Welcome to the Parlay Giveaway. I'm your host, Joe Cortez. This is episode 6. We're going to go over UFC 245. I mean, is there a better card than this year? All right, we're going to go over the bet predictions for UFC 245 and the Parlay Giveaway cash contest, okay? So let's just jump right into the main event. This fight is amazing. To me, if you are an MMA hardcore, not even a hardcore, because I'm sure you've heard Colby Covington's name around, and you're like, oh, who's this douchebag, right? He kind of, if you, I saw a clip from Candace Owens' podcast, and he was kind of like a pretty normal dude. It's pretty much an act. He's playing the heel role, and is what it is, right? Colby Covington versus Kamaru Usman, main event UFC 245. Who's gonna win that fight? I got Colby Covington. If Kamaru Usman doesn't knock him the fuck out in the first 2 or 3 rounds, I think Colby Covington's going to tire him out. I think it's going to be a little too much. Colby is a nightmare. If you watched him fight his last 5 or 6 fights, it's the same concept. He's going to come at you, and it's going to be nonstop. He trains with Cameron Haynes. Who's Cameron Haynes, you ask? He is a badass motherfucker who runs 100-mile races. I mean, that's who Cameron Haynes is. All right, so Colby Covington trains cardio with Cameron Haynes. Colby Covington does not stop. And I don't think Kamaru Usman's skill is so much, there's of a bigger gap than Colby Covington's skill level. I think it's almost on the same or on par, that it's going to come down to cardio. It's going to come down to who can grind it out the hardest. Kamaru Usman hasn't really shown signs that he gets tired, but neither has Colby. I think the power goes to Usman, but I don't know. I as much as I don't want Colby Covington to win, because he's really doing a good job playing that heel role. And it's not because he's a Trump supporter. It has nothing to do with that. It's just I hate it. I hate that you have to do that act, and it's almost not the fighter's fault. It's the UFC pressuring these young fighters, or not even these fighters that have been part of the organization for a while now to act like assholes, so they can look like WWE. And I know WWE has a big following, but I don't know. It's just something about martial arts that you shouldn't have to act that way to, 1, get popular, 2, get paid, right? By the way, Trent Reinsmith blocked me on Twitter because I made a point. I think that's it. Or Trent Reinsmith. I really don't know his name, but he's a verified guy. I guess he writes for Bloody Elbow. And he's talking about how the NHL, NBA, he made a tweet or retweeted something that the NHL, NBA, MLB all have minimum salaries, and that entry-level fighters for the UFC get a contract of 12 and 12, all right? And yes, that's not a lot of money. And I may have worded my tweet to him wrong, but basically what I was saying is that the UFC does not have team owners. The UFC doesn't have a union. The UFC is a promotion. It's not an organization like the NFL or MLB. So it's very different. The fighters, they get signed for one fight. And I get that rookies have a minimum salary, or first-year players when you make the show. And when I say the show, I mean the major leagues in baseball. They get a minimum salary. That's because they are part of a team in an organization that has owners and a union. It is very hard to do take that same model and apply it to fighting, because there is no season. There is no teams. There's no, the schedule doesn't come out, like the NFL, you're waiting for the schedule to come out. The 16-game season schedule to come out. There's none of that. It's just, hey, man, this fighter dropped out. We need another fighter to fill in. It's a lot of moving parts. The fighters are independent contractors, and I agree they should get paid way more. Entry-level fighters should be getting paid way more. And that was kind of like my point. I'm like, the pay is the pay. It is what it is. But when you're proving yourself in an organization, it, it is what it is. You don't have a union rep. You don't have a union to fall back on. That was my point. And I was very respectful, by the way, about this tweet. And he goes ahead and fucking basically calling me a UFC shill, which I don't work for the UFC. I don't care about the UFC. If the UFC goes away tomorrow, I still have my job that has nothing to do with mixed martial arts, has nothing to do with the UFC. I'm good. I'm not no UFC shill. I don't give a fuck about Dana White can get hit by a car tomorrow. I don't care. I'm fine. I mean, it'll be sad, but I'm not. My life isn't in turmoil. And then he blocks me, and I was very respectful. I wasn't disrespectful. I didn't even curse. I don't think. I was like, the pay's fine. It is what it is. And I was just trying to make the point that the UFC is not an organization; it's a promotion, and that the UFC doesn't have teams and owners, like I said. And this guy just goes ahead and blocks me, which I don't care, but you can't have a conversation then. If you really care about the fighters, if you really care about the pay and those sorts of things, you go ahead and block people on Twitter when you're just having a conversation, just a disagreement, and you're a verified journalist from on Twitter from Bloody Elbow. That right there, you can go fuck yourself. I'm telling you right now, I'm in the business where I met a lot of people who are verified. I'm in the business where I'm in the security business. I'm not gonna say exactly where or who or what. But I've met these people who have the celebrity status, and I can tell you right now, it is nothing special. Yeah, they have their specific talents that you're like, wow, that's pretty cool. But then that's where it stops. They're regular people, So when you get that blue verified check next to your name on Twitter, you're nobody still. Like, you have to understand that. You have 20-something thousand followers, and that's easy for me to say because I have, 12 subscribers on YouTube. Don't care about your verified status. Don't care about your celebrity status. If I meet you in person, I'm not going to be all up on your shit. I'm not going to ask for a picture. It's just who I am and what I do. But when I try to have a conversation about it, about what you tweet out, and it's a little bit of a disagreement, not even a full disagreement, and you go on the offensive and you block me and I'm calling me a UFC shill, that to me shows a lot more about your character than it does about mine. And I guess his name is Trent Reinsmith. I'm using my phone to record this right now, so I don't have access to his name. He blocked me, and it's just a cornball move, and it's disappointing when a journalist from Bloody Elbow, somebody disagrees with him and they just hit the block button and the conversation can't go forward. If you can be like, hey man, this is why I think this way, cool. And again, I wasn't disrespectful. I wasn't going at him. I didn't even curse, I don't think. And I curse a lot. Excuse me. I curse a lot. I was just pretty much like, oh, look at this guy tweeting this. Oh, this is why I think that the pay it is what it is. All the things that I mentioned before, and he goes ahead and blocks me. And it's kind of like, this is what this and it's a grown ass man too. It's not like this guy's like almost damn near. He looks like he's in his 40s, but that's that beta male shit. You know what I mean? That's like that. I don't. He said wrong words to me, and I feel triggered, so I'm just gonna block him. So him, like, he's a verified guy, Bloody Elbow, but from moving on, like how can you respect anything that guy says anymore? Like, just a straight bitch. Like, he can't hold a conversation on Twitter, like a legit conversation. I just said some words that weren't offensive. I went straight to the point. I hit send, and then he calls me a UFC shill and blocks me. Like, believe whatever the UFC tells you. The UFC doesn't tell me shit, man. I live my life, and I observe for myself what's going on. Yes, the fighters should get paid more, Trent. Yeah, I agree, but they don't because of these reasons. And these reasons are it's a promotion, not an organization. There's no union. There's no teams, no team owners. There's no salary cap. You understand what I'm saying? This is a promotion, idiot. if they didn't want, the problem is they are finding fighters to pay at that pay rate. So as long as they're doing that, there's a market for it. I don't know if I have to explain this to a fucking grown man, but it is what it is. You want to cry about it. If that fighter wants to cry about it, don't fight for that fucking pay. That's it. And that's what should be happening. Because I agree, they should be getting paid more. But as long as there's somebody that will, there's a market for it. I am sorry, because I'm watching. Do you want me not to watch because they're getting paid 12 and 12? Do you not want him to make $24,000? Trent? Moron? Yeah, now I'm saying bad words. Because you blocked me for a silly shit, you beta fucking bitch. Anyway, Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington, huh? I'm picking Colby Covington. I think he takes him to deep waters. It goes the distance, and he gets 3 out of the 5 rounds. That's it. I think he picks up the second round. I think Kamaru comes in hot. Actually, no, I think Colby comes in hot. Kamaru Usman wins 2-3, and Colby Covington wins 4-5. That's it. And that third round, I think even Colby Covington might win. So Colby might win 4 out of those 5 rounds. That's just my bet prediction. Ask any pro or any expert, they'll tell you, I don't know. This is a tough one, ladies and gentlemen. This is a tough one. Okay? All right, so Max Holloway versus Alexander Volkanovski, that little beast Volkanovski. This is a great card. You cannot sleep on Alexander Volkanovski, 20-1. 20-1. Max Holloway, 21-4. I'm picking Max Holloway. I'm just picking Max Holloway. I like he's such a smart fighter. He's a grinder. You know, I don't see Volkanovski taking him down. I see, again, this is going to go the distance, and Holloway, I think, is going to win 4 out of 5 rounds. Holloway's going to use his distance. It's just, yeah, Volkanovski's very strong, but Holloway's seen that before. He's seen his speed before. He's just too big, too large, too long. That's it. Max Holloway it's gonna go the distance against Volkanovski, and he's gonna get the nod. I don't see him finishing Volkanovski. I don't see Volkanovski finishing him. I think it's gonna be a good fight. But Max Holloway comes away defending his belt and getting the nod. I think that's a good fight. But Max Holloway just comes with the win. What we got here? What's the third fight I bet on? Durandamy and Amanda Nunes. Woo! All right, Jermaine Durandamy, who's 9-3, versus Amanda Nunes. You gotta be careful with Jermaine Durandamy. Like these 3 fights it could go either way. I'm giving you my prediction, which is what it is, right? I'm giving you my prediction. Amanda Nunes, Jermaine Durandamy, for the 3rd title bout, which is crazy. 3 title bouts in one night. The main, the co-main, and then Amanda Nunes versus Jermaine Durandamy. Crazy times. Amanda Nunes, I think, comes with the win. And that, by the way, is my Parlay Giveaway cash contest. So, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Comment your Cash App tag name. Comment your friend. Tag a friend in the comment section. Let me know your bet predictions. Comment something. Comment whatever you want. Just engage with this page. Like the video, and you'll be eligible to win $200 if those three fighters win. If Colby Covington, Max Holloway, and Amanda Nunes all win their fights, then I'm going to give away $200 to one of my followers. Now, you can go to Instagram, Parlay Giveaway. Follow me there to be eligible to win. Just follow me there. Follow me here on YouTube to get my bet predictions, and you're eligible to win $200. And if you're feeling groovy about it, go over to mybookie.ag and put in your very own bet. Right now I'm parlaying Colby, Max Holloway, and Amanda Nunes, and if they all win, I'm going to give a portion of my bet winnings away to you guys. No questions asked. All right, so $200 cash giveaway if those 3 fighters win. Colby Covington, Max Holloway, and Amanda Nunes. I think Amanda Nunes is just going to be too much for Germaine de Randamie. Again, another fight that, if any fight gets finished, it's this one. I think Amanda Nunes finishes Germaine de Randamie, even though de Randamie is a beast. But if any fight gets finished, it's this one. I think Nunes stops her in the 4th round. That's it. I think she just puts the pressure on her. I think she picks it up. There's rounds 2 and 3, fills her out, picks it up rounds 2 and 3, and goes in for the kill round 4. Amanda Nunes is a beast, huh? When you do what you did to Cyborg, what you did to Ronda Rousey, what you did to Holly Holm, Misha Tate. Yeah, you're the GOAT killer, and now you are the GOAT. You are the greatest of all time in women's mixed martial arts. There is no question about it. There's no debate about it. It's not Cyborg. It's not Ronda, even though they played very important roles in blowing up women's mixed martial arts. It is right now the GOAT, Amanda Nunes, sitting on top of the mountain with 2 fucking belts. All right? So just remember that Amanda Nunes is the GOAT, and she's going up against a very tough opponent in Germaine de Randamie. Also remember, Germaine de Randamie said, fuck that, I'm not fighting Cyborg, while Amanda Nunes was like, please let me fight Cyborg. Not only please let me fight Cyborg, but when they did fight, knocked her out. And Cyborg, we all know how much of an animal and a beast and of a great fighter she is. And she found a home in Bellator, and I'm very excited to see her fight. For good measure, I'm going to go over the Marlon Moraes, Jose Aldo fight and the Peter Yan and Uriah Faber fight. Let's first go over this Jose Aldo versus Marlon Moraes fight. I've seen wrestlers kill themselves making weight. Like fucking on the brink of just like death, trying to make a weight that, I did it too myself, man. I fucking 5'10", wrestling 141 in college. I was just like, ugh, gross, just trying to make weight. I was a big 141 pounder, and I'm just trying to make weight. And then finally, when I bumped up to 149, oh my God, I felt so much better, and I was more explosive and stronger. And yeah, I had to use a little bit more technique because the wrestlers were bigger and stronger and just as fast. And but still, I was able to go longer, and I was able to finish matches more, and I was able to just feel better, cutting weight like Jose Aldo's doing. Man, I don't know. I just don't know. Now he's going to fight Marlon Moraes, who's a fucking animal, and I don't think he's having maybe he has. I don't think he's had any making weight issues. The kid, he's not even the kid. He has damn near 30 fights. Jose Aldo has about just over 30 fights. I think 33 fights. It's not like, he doesn't have the experience. He was in there against Henry Cejudo. He's fought some big fights, Marlon Moraes. So he's going to go up against a Jose Aldo that's sucked out? How does he feel? I'm questioning this one. Let's see what the odds are. I have to see what the odds are for this one, because I think I was going to bet Aldo because he was such a big underdog for some reason. UFC. My bookie, baby. I can't say enough good things. Yeah, see, Aldo's plus 170 on this card and against Marlon Moraes. And should Aldo be plus 170 against Marlon Moraes? Maybe, when you consider Marlon Moraes is a beast. One, Jose Aldo's fucking losing all this weight, which means he's not going to be as strong. Maybe not as fast, because how's he going to feel? Who knows? This is one that I'll bet last minute. Like, excuse me. I want to see the weigh-in, and I want to see how Jose Aldo looks even on fight day. I'll take a look at, I'll just, start watching the program and seeing if I can get a glimpse of Jose Aldo, see what he looks like, look into his eyes, kind of judge it that way. These weigh-ins huge for that kind of thing. I make a lot of decisions on these weigh-ins. But Jose Aldo at plus 170, what kind of Jose Aldo are we getting? He's a smart guy. I get it. But, yeesh. That cut, he was having problems making 145, and now he's wrestling 135. But I think he's losing weight. Like, he's not cutting weight. I think he's lost some muscle. He's lost, how much fat did he really have to lose, So maybe he might be feeling really good. I don't know, but I just don't see that ever ending well. That's a tough one. I'm nervous. I'm nervous for the young man there, Jose Aldo. And Colby. Marlon Moraes isn't a young spring chicken. He's in his 30s also, and just as many fights. I don't know if he's been in the wars that Jose Aldo has with like with Max Holloway, but that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. Jesus. All right. And now Uriah Faber versus Peter Yan. Peter, I made good money on Uriah Faber's comeback fight against Ricky Simon. I was like, Uriah Faber he might be so excited to be back in the octagon that he'll finish Ricky Simon. So what did I do? I put $200 on straight up on Uriah Faber as a plus 3 something against Ricky Simon in his return fight, and he did it. I was like, yeah, of course he did it. It's fucking Uriah Faber. You can't count that guy out. When you're he's plus 350 against Peter Yan. Is he? Peter Yan's a great fighter, yeah, but the plus 350? Is Peter Yan the minus 525 favorite, against Uriah Faber? I don't know. If Uriah Faber wins this fight, it's title shot after this. Crazy to say, but it's truth. It's the fucking truth. Uriah Faber's plus 350. A plus 350. He's not that big of an underdog against anybody in this world. I don't give a shit. He can hold his own. He might surprise you. Yes, Peter Yan's the favorite, 100%, but not a minus 525 favorite. So if you're going to do a straight up bet on anything, it's this fight right here. I'd put whatever you can do. You want to make a little chump change, put $50, $100, whatever, on Uriah Faber to win. That's what I would do, 100%. I might do that. I might put $100 on Uriah Faber to win. And then I have my parlay bet with Colby, Amanda, and Max Holloway. See how that goes. I'm staying clear of Jose Aldo. Like I said, I don't know what kind of Jose Aldo you're gonna get. I don't know how he's gonna feel during weigh-ins. I don't know how he's gonna look. I don't know. You don't know what's going on through his head. Is he ready? He's going down a weight class. It's obvious. All the pictures that you see online, he lost a lot of weight. He's not cutting weight. He will cut weight to make weight, but he also lost weight. So he slimmed down a lot, which, man, I didn't know he could slim down more, which means he lost a lot of muscle. And you're going up against Marlon Moraes, who's a beast, who's nothing but muscle. And that fight will get finished in the first 2 rounds because Marlon Moraes, if he's anything like he, in the past, he's gonna. I don't know. I'm not too sure about his gas tank. Same thing with Jose Aldo. Not too sure about his gas tank, against Max Holloway. He kind of like gassed out, but he throws hard, man. He throws bombs, and that's the only thing that he knows how to throw, and. Somebody's going to connect here. It's going to finish in the first 2 rounds, I think. But I'm going to steer clear from that fight. I would put $100 on Uriah Faber straight up at the plus 350. And then I'm going to parlay Colby Covington, Amanda Nunes, and Max Holloway for the Parlay Giveaway cash contest. Remember to subscribe to this channel. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a video. I try to upload one a week. This is episode 6. This is probably the weirdest thing ever because I feel like I'm talking to myself, and I know people listen, but not getting a lot of views, and I get it. I suck. I have a shitty studio and shitty equipment and probably a shitty voice to listen to. So I don't know. Sorry, but what I won't apologize for is speaking my mind to Trent, idiot. I want an apology, Trent. Can somebody get this to Trent so he can apologize? I'm gonna get his Twitter handle. Oh, fucking idiot. Let me see. Moron. you make an opinion and are respectful about it, and he shits on you. That's crazy. Crazy. Here we go. I'm in here. I've never signed in on Twitter on my laptop before. This is wild to look at. Wild notifications. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. I'm looking for it. It's right there. It is right there. Oh, maybe not. Yeah. Trent Reinsmith. You're blocked. Trent Reinsmith blocked me from Bloody Elbow. Moron. That's his name. Trent Reinsmith. Reinsmith. Blocked me. And this is what I wrote. The pay is fine. It's a promotion, not an organization. There aren't any teams, no owners, no union, no season. The fighters are independent contractors. Maybe he misconstrued that with saying that's what they deserve to get to pay. And I can see that. But even if I said, hey, that this is what an entry-level fighter deserves to get paid, which I disagree with, maybe I could have worded better, he still, blocked me for saying that. That's it. And I can't see his tweet anymore because it's something about, but it was something about the minimum pay in all these other organizations like the MLB and the NBA. And he was just, he just blocked me. And I get it. You can block whoever you want. You can, whatever you want. But I write about things, mostly Bloody Elbow ex-MMA junkie. Ugh. Oh, look, he has an email there on his Trent Reinsmith bio. It's his email, and then it says, tip me securely with Telegram. Oh, God. Yeah, it's this thing. Again, I'm my real job, it's these journalists you just cannot trust, and it's a necessary evil because sometimes when the truth needs to get out, you need that journalist who has that connections with the media, and just man, man, oh man. So anyway, Trent Reinsmith, listen, buddy, no hard feelings. You are a moron, but no hard feelings. You understand? You are a beta bitch, but no hard feelings, man, and it's all good. You're verified on Twitter. You're that's so cool. That's so cool. You beta bitch though, so it doesn't matter. You're verified. It doesn't, I don't really know who you are. I've never really heard of you. I kind of see you making these comments on all the other MMA Junkie and Bloody Elbow, all these other pages, and I just don't know who you are. I'm not a journalist. I just am a person who talks into a mic to like 12 people who listen to me. And I was very respectful during the tweets that you blocked me on. And it's just, it kind of, in my opinion, other people may like you. And I may like you if we ever meet in real life. But that move was a bitch move. And that's cool, dude. I hope you find what you're looking for, when you block people who disagree with you. I'll have a disagreement with where I draw the line is personal attacks on me. Like you're going to come and do physical harm. Like that's what I mean, personal attack, not verbal, personal, like you're going to come get me or my family. Then I'm going to have to go a different route. Like, hey man, I'm going to contact the authorities. I'm going to block you. I don't need that kind of harassment. But a simple disagreement, I'm not going to block you on. And if you do that type of thing, then, you're a beta bitch. That's it. because the Twitter and Instagram, that's all social media, but that's like a big town hall for the world. And if I can't express my opinion, because right now you're suppressing my opinion from other people that follow you. And I think it's because I kind of have a point. Maybe the Spanish kid from the Bronx shouldn't bring up good points against your argument, I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the half Puerto Rican, half Filipino kid from the Bronx shouldn't bring up valid points against Trent Rhinesmith. Is that it? I don't think so. I'm not going the race route, by the way. Could care less. Just trying to make a joke here. That's it, y'all. That's the episode 6, UFC 245. Just to recap, quick recap. Colby Covington, Max Holloway, Amanda Nunes. If those 3 win, you get $200. I make the bet, you spend the money, all right? I'm Joe Cortez. That's my time. Peace.